Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Dr. Donna. Welcome to today's personal accountability. Today's topic, fall apart. What is the first thought that enters into your mind when you hear fall apart? The definition that I will be using today is this: unable to continue in the usual way. Unable to continue in the usual way. I have a t-shirt that one of my students made for me. She has a t-shirt company, and I requested a t-shirt because during one of my lives, I made this statement: let that shit fall apart. Let that shit fall apart. The only way that you will be able to completely be personally accountable is if you let every adult in your life, you let that shit fall apart. You have to let that shit fall apart. You have to be unwilling and unable to continue in the usual way. If you do not let that shit fall apart, you will not become personally accountable. You will not become your best. You cannot have unaccountable people in your life. Hold yourself personally accountable and let them continue to be unaccountable and get to your best. That math ain't never mathing. It has to fall apart. You have to make it a priority, a no debate, that you are unwilling and unable to continue in the usual way. And that usual way is unaccountability. That usual way is to let them continue to be personally unaccountable. You have to let that shit fall apart. You have to let that shit fall apart. In Al-Anon and 12-step programs, we say that person needs to bottom out. It has to become unbearable for them in order for them to start holding themselves personally accountable. Because on their own, they're not going to do it. So you need to set boundaries and ensure that your perimeter is secure. And you need to let that shit fall all the way apart. Dismantle it. Unable to continue in the usual way. If you're going to become your best, you're going to follow the number one principle of real leadership, of holding yourself and others accountable. Let that shit fall apart.